Bam! The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Bitcoin Daily Show every single day, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show because we gotta know what's happening with altcoins, stock markets, your emotional well-being. You know, we gotta know this stuff. So we're doing this Bitcoin Daily every single day at 9 a.m. Central European time. So if you want to be part of the show, you know, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, hit the like button, because the ticket for the show costs 1 like. Beside that, hey guys, welcome to the show. How's everybody doing? By the way, who do we have here today? Butin is always here. Martin, Rodney. Rodney is the new guy. No, it cannot be new guy. He's like been here for 3 months. He just doesn't talk that much. Rodney, hi man. Thor is the new guy. Thor, hi man. How you doing? She Nolan, our astrologist, is here. Bjornar Trangmyr, the Norwegian guy. Tor is also Norwegian. DK, of course. Edward, Sheen, who more? Let me see. I gotta scroll down. Yeah, those are the green guys. How you guys doing? Hi everybody. Hi Richard. SMP is here as well. Robinson, hey. Bachelor, who more do I recognize? Yeah, a lot of names. There is also this guy called what is called? He's always here, man. He's also always here. This guy called where is the name? Salim is always here on the dollar. Happy day from Denmark. Johnny, nice everybody. Welcome to the show. You know, yesterday we had a nice live stream, and yesterday we were around here. And we said we're gonna go down and then up. We went down, and right now we're going down again. But we are indeed getting support on the 10 and 20 moving average, so that's all nice and good, right? That's all nice and good. That said, before we start the Bitcoin daily analysis, I want to show you something. That I think is very interesting. I think it's very interesting because it's not affecting the price that much. Okay, I want you to understand it because it does. It is really important when it comes to you know charts and you know price manipulation and you know news and rumors and stuff like that. Okay, so I want to show you something that's actually a big news. That's actually quite big. Like it's huge. It's very huge. And Chainlink node is on AVS. Chainlink, you can see here, this quick start was developed by Chainlink Labs in collaboration with Chainlink Labs is an AVS partner. So what is an AVS? What is AVS? And for you that don't know, AVS is Amazon Web Services. It's the world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted cloud platform, offering 200. It's the biggest cloud platform, you know, for web pages and stuff like that, right? Now, Chainlink is now part of that big collaboration on their site, avsamazon.com. This is big news. This is big stuff now, right? Big stuff. Chainlink is big stuff right now. It's playing with the big boys. Now, when you go to the Chainlink chart, it's down by 4.3% today, more than any other coin. You know, it's down by 4.3% today. If you look at it on the daily chart, like it's you know the chart looks exactly the same as Bitcoin. Nothing is actually, you know, it's pumping, but sorry, not pumping. You know, the news are good. Like you know, Chainlink and you know Amazon, like big, you know, big collaboration and stuff like that. But you know, nothing's happening with the chart. So what we can conclude from them is that unfortunately we are in bear market. Because you remember what, for example, Ivan Otek and everybody says in the bear market, when you have good news, they don't price. You know, the stuff doesn't pump. The stuff doesn't pump on good news in the bear market, unfortunately, you know. So the only conclusion we can draw from this is that we are in the bear market because the stuff, you know, Chainlink is not pumping. You know, if you're in the bull market, you know, everybody will be talking about, oh man, Chainlink is getting in with Amazon Web Services, a big collaboration, it's gonna go to 1 million or whatever, right? But right now, like, nobody's talking about it. Like, it just isn't affecting the price at all. It just isn't affecting the price at all. It looks like... This is the bull market. The entire bull market, you know, from December up here, it's something like 300% for a Chainlink. I mean, Chainlink did well in the bear market. I'm not gonna say that Chainlink did very well in the bear market. So if this is some kind of a Chainlink bear market, maybe it's gonna, you know, continue growing towards the upside. I'm not saying it cannot do that. Maybe it's gonna outperform everything, because you have to understand that Chainlink outperformed everything in the previous bear market. 2017. Where is it? We're from here. Chainlink, Chainlink was, rising up all the way, to the bull market. Like Chainlink outperformed everything in the bear market. And but unfortunately, when the bull market came, it went up, but it was such a disappointing move towards the upside. Then it had a big correction downside. Like right now, looks like it might get some kind of support here and maybe continue up. Maybe on the news, but you can see that right now, the news are not affecting the market. The big news are not affecting the market, unfortunately, and that's a good indication of some kind of a bearish sentiment in the market right now. Same with Twitter news. Pumps aren't sustainable. Yeah, the pumps aren't sustainable. Like it's everything's so weak. Like you get country adopting, you get this, you get that, but the price is just like not today. That's because everyone expecting BTC will dump to 34k level, so there is no volume and power to push the price up, in my opinion. We dumped to 39.6. I mean, that's enough. Chainlink equals boss. It's a slow moving upward thing. It's like a stock. Chainlink is like a stock. It's not a crypto. It moves so slowly towards the upside. It moves always to the upside, but it's so slow, like it's like a stock. Other thing about bear, price doesn't reach upside technical targets. That might also be that. ICP will do Bitcoin day fade. ICP doesn't pump. Yeah, maybe I'll add that as well. So that said, let's go back to the Bitcoin and see what we are having here. Yesterday we were pumping nicely. We need some kind of pullback because we hit some kind of resistance up here. Had the pullback, got support on the moving averages. Very nice. You can see support moving average. Went up to the resistance at the top up here. Got the pullback down to the moving averages again. Very nice. So we are looking actually to break this resistance up here. If you break the resistance, I'm thinking around something like 45.7 around here, a 50 moving average. Why am I saying around here? Because in this area here, it's the 200 moving average. The purple line is 200 moving average, and we want to break that. The 200 moving average is the 45.7 line right now, maybe 45.7. This is the line. This is the big line. This is the daily 200 moving average, it's important. It's not as important as you people would think, because I'm gonna show you something. Let's clean up everything, and let's just add the 200 moving average. So it is important line, definitely important 200 moving average, but it's not yet. You remember yesterday we were talking about respect. You remember about the respect? We were talking about lines and respect, how the price is respecting lines. Well, the 200 moving average is not respected as much. Unfortunately, it's not it's respected over here, but not even close. Broken. Almost, but it's not even close respect. This is just like terrible, and it's the 200 moving average. Unfortunately, although it is important, it gets disrespected all the in time. Like up here, it is respected a little bit. It was pushing down above it, down below it. It should be respected. A 200 moving average, unfortunately, it might be respected, but it's not respected on the dollar. Unfortunately, not respected on dollar. So I'm not quite sure whether we're gonna take it seriously. I big 5-minute pump. let's see the big 5-minute pump. Oh, that's nice. How much is that? This is actually 10-minute pump. 1.29%. That's nice. But yeah, so I don't know how much we're gonna respect the 200 moving average up here, and which is more important. But of course, 200 moving average is 200 moving average on the daily time frame. So 45.7, important level to watch for. What am I more excited about? 4 hourly. This 100 moving average. I think this 100 moving. Let's see up here. Yeah. So the 100 moving average is a benchmark between the move towards the upside, 100 moving average, and on the downside, right? So you can see here when we're climbing 100 moving average, right now we're dropping down between the below the 100 moving average, and right now this 100 moving average is exactly on the 45.7 where the 200 moving averages as well. So we're gonna see if we actually can get. It's not actually respect on the dollar, but it's close enough. And it does seem to be important moving average right now for this price movement towards the upside or towards the downside. So we're gonna see that. There is no divergence on the 4 hourly. That's actually a good thing. So I'm thinking we might actually pump all the way up to 47 up here. you can see here price going up, everything is working as it should be working, so there is no divergence up here. You got still this bullish cross that wants to go above the 0 line up here, which might be actually a bullish as well. This on the 4 hourly, so technically on the 4 hourly we are climbing the 10 and 20 moving average, cruising through the resistance right now. The trend is on the small time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, the trend is towards the upside right now, but we are definitely trying to get through the resistance right now, but definitely the trend is towards the upside. That said, on the daily time frame, we are below a lot of moving averages. There is a lot of resistance right up here between 45.7 all the way up here to 46.8, between this 1000 levels, between these levels up here. There is a lot of resistance, guys, a lot of resistance. So I'm pretty confident that we can maybe hit some kind of 45.5, 45.7. I'm pretty confident we can hit these levels up here right now, up here, but I'm not that confident that we can get above here. Now, if you do that, that's gonna be superbly nice, because there is a lot of resistance right over here, and then after that we got two big levels up here to break. The biggest one, you know, this is the continuation. You break 52.7 towards the upside. That's continuation of the bull market. Like, it's really gonna be really hard to argue anything else. Like, yeah, sure, there might be some kind of interesting trend line to take into account up here, maybe something like this up here, and then maybe all the way up here to some kind of 45,000. There is also resistance up to, but it's a good feeling. It's definitely gonna be good feeling getting above 52.7. 52.7, definitely good feeling. Up here, above this level up here, that's around 48.3. Getting above 48.3 will give a bullish signal to the masses, and that might actually crush the 52.7. So you can see already here that 48.3 is a very, very important level, because if you do that, you get this higher high, which is actually a very bullish sign in these bearish markets. Also, you will be above all the moving averages down here, and all that shebang, all shit. But right now we are getting really close to to testing resistance time. Okay, so the first test was down here at 44,000 levels, and looks like we are trying to break that. We are not quite over that yet. This last line of resistance is right now holding us a little bit back, but if we manage to break that somehow, I'm looking at these moving averages up here, so I'm looking at something around 45.5, 45.7 up here in this area. We can all go all the way up to something like 46, 47 level after this 50 moving average, right? This is all good and dandy, but this zone up here, it's gonna be really tough to break. I think it's gonna be really tough to break. I think, although there is a lot of resistance between those, getting above here, it's gonna be a really tough thing to do. Now, if you do that, we can start looking towards the upside. But right now, we had a nice dump. We had some kind of bottom. We pumped up towards the resistance. Now, it depends whether you are holding the, getting rejected by the resistance on the downside, or are you managing, to climb the resistance towards the upside. So, these things are very hard to figure it out. Now, over here, there might have been some kind of pattern. Let's go here. Let's clean up everything up here. Let's remove the moving average for a second and see what's happening. Maybe some kind of somebody said this is some kind of what am I gonna call it? A rising wedge, but the rising wedge might have been this one up here. Something like this, where we broke to the downside. Right now, going to sideways, but maybe. But maybe it's also some kind of a channel, that we broke on the downside right now. But when this happens, when you break certain line with this slow move, it just usually when you break important line, you do something like this. You go sideways and then then you do like this, and then you drop down, right? Or you go towards the upside and then you pump towards the upside. You go like bam, and then pump to upside. These kind of moves show you that this line is important, and this kind of move show you that this line is important. But when you just kind of slowly, just like breaking the line, like slowly, like something like this up here, the line kind of looks weak. The kind of like just like over here, it kind of slowly just went below the line. So this line, definitely, I don't think it's that important. Unfortunately, I don't think that's important. I'm trying to look at it, but it doesn't seem that that nice. I mean, you know, we are hitting it a couple of times down here, but it just does. It's not, you know, there are important lines, there are not important lines. Some lines get hit faster than others, and so forth, so forth. Let's see here on the 4-hourly time frame. Down here, you've got something, maybe something like this. This engulfing candle, this can be omitted. Let's see on the daily time frame. Daily time frame too big. Let's see up here. Maybe there is some kind of bigger rising wedge. It should be something like this. It should be something like this. And I think it should be something like this over here, not up there. Let's see on the 1 hourly how this actually looks on 1 hourly. Yeah, it is the one that we drew. I don't know. It's hard to say, it's hard to say, but it might be some kind of rising wedge that's happening right now. This one breaks some downside, but there is no divergence or anything up here on the top though. Let's see on the 1 hourly if there is any divergences up here, because on 4 hourly there are definitely no divergences up here. And see here there are any divergences. There is a divergence up here. There is divergence, and then we drop down. So this is finished. On the downside there is there might be some kind of hidden bearish divergence. Let's see 2 hours down here. No, everything's playing as fine. Everything's playing. I think everything's playing as it should be playing. There is no divergence on daily. Everything looks fine. There might be some kind of big move towards downside here. I don't know. I think this might be hopium. This might be hopium, right? Because you are breaking it here. There is no touches on the line up there. This looks more legit though. Yeah, but we drew this triangle before. You can see it here on the line. There is the triangle. There is also a head and shoulders pattern that's forming up here. We drew this triangle before. This is a falling wedge, and you know the reason you can omit this because this is a engulfing candle, and you know engulfing candle can just be, you know, remove. You know, engulfing candle is just like a wick, you know, so wicks you can remove. So touch, you got a touches here, you got touch on this one up here, you got 2 touches up here. So I think right now this comes to 46.4, you know, 46, something like that. Today 46.4. Tomorrow 46,000. Yeah, it's still in the ballpark area of the moving averages, I think, in moving averages. So we will have 3 touches on the upside, 4 touches on the downside, and then we can, and this is some kind of a falling wedge. So, you know, it might just happen that we actually break, you know, to the upside out of this. But it's too early to call this. I think it's too early to call this. Also, this head and shoulders pattern, you know, that's forming up here. That failed actually. I think this head and shoulders pattern actually failed. You can see head and shoulders pattern on this chart up here. We drew it left shoulder, right head, right shoulder, and this dump to the downside, and this right back buying to the upside. This kind of failed. You can see also here that this move up here to the moving averages. Where are the moving averages? The moving averages right here. The moving averages are still, you know, on top of this resistance area up here. So we're gonna see if we get rejected by that resistance as well. So there is big resistance line up here. Big resistance line. Okay, what are people thinking? What am I not seeing on the chart, guys? What am I not seeing on the charts? Because there is probably something I'm not seeing, you know. But the way I look at now. The way I look at it now, we hit some kind of bottom. Right now we're going into the resistances, and I think, you know, it's decision time for Bitcoin, and these things are really hard to actually figure out. Whether is this gonna break towards the upside or it's just gonna get rejected down, because we did have a, you know, fake out. You can call it fake out down here, but it's really hard to figure out, you know, which direction this is gonna go. Which direction is gonna go above this rising wedge, or is gonna get rejected on the downside, and then, you know, you flush to the below it. The thing to notice is that these falling wedges, they usually tend to break the upside, but if they do break on the downside, that's a very bearish sign. That's a very bearish. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. They've been doing these small pumps for 3 days now. Falling wedge on the daily. Yeah, it's falling wedge on the daily. Is this going to keep up? We don't know. We don't know. Right now, you know, the pump was nice from the bottom, and right now hitting some kind of resistances. But whenever we actually break those resistances, is kind of if you redraw the head and shoulder on the daily using horizontal neckline, you will see it's retesting the neckline. Horizontal neckline on the daily. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, okay. So what he's saying is we should be drawing something like this up here. Horizontal neckline. And then but then you are putting it all the way up here, and you. Let's say it's this one. Let's say it's this one. What are you saying that this is a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, head and shoulder pattern with a straight neckline. But the reason we are drawing the way we are drawing it, the reason we are drawing like this up here, it's because this is exact fractal of the previous one. It's the exact fractal, right? Exact fractal, right? So the reason we are drawing it like this is because of this fractal, right? But right now this fractal is kind of, messing us up a little bit. Maybe this was, but maybe this is the move towards outside. Right now it's gonna go like sideways up here, and then it's gonna pump. maybe. It's not horizontal, do it from the bottom of the wedge. Yeah, this is the way we draw it. Most alts are bleeding, have a technical targeted downside, so does BTC only. It's heavily manipulated. MQ is talking about a bump and run reversal pattern with a lead in being the top trend line from 18-20 September. September 18-20 September. Well, he is probably looking at some kind of smaller time frames then. Here's talking about bump and run reversal pattern with a lean in being top trend line. So this should be lead in, and then you have a bump, and then you have a lead in, bump, and then run. But how would this look on? Oh, here, from over here. Okay, so I see it. So this is a lead in, bump, and then run. Okay, I see it. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's definitely plausible. Yeah, give or take. It's not exact science. Give or take. So the thing about this bump analysis, so this is a lead in, right? This then you have the big bump, right? And this is the run. The thing is when this cross line, this line gets crossed. That's when the trouble starts. That's when trouble starts. Or in our case, that's actually when when we go to the moon. When we go to the moon. So right now we are definitely at resistance there as well. Sitting at resistance. So lead in, bump, and then run. But it's inverse bump and run reversal pattern, right? It's not a big inverse head and shoulders, including both fractal. It's not a big inverse head and shoulders. It's not a big. No, it's not big. What a shock. BT is always going back up to backtest the scene of the crime after the neckline. Yeah, yeah, everything does that. You see this quite often: fake out, breakout, breakdown, and then blast through the roof. Yeah, that might be it. Like this falling wedge is okayish. It's okayish. Definitely something to it too. I don't mind the falling wedge. It's nice, and the fake out might have been the thing that you think is gonna fail down and then right back up here and then break to the upside. It can be that. Kryptoners also talk about that fractal. Yeah, everybody is right now on the fractals. Yes, inverse. Yeah, I mean, it might beat, yeah, it might beat, but it's on a small time frame, and you know, we don't know what's gonna. It's a 1 hourly time frame. If it had been on the daily time frame, I would be taking it a little bit more seriously. But the bump and run right now, this inverse bump and run is. My money set for any situation now. No more hopium. That's good, man. That's how you should be, man. The hopium is gonna kill your gains. The hopium is gonna kill your gains. We like hopium, but you know. BitBoy mentioned the full moon yesterday. There you go. Even the BitBoy is on the moon. I mean, as soon as they, you know, realize, you know, the supermoons and micromoons and, you know, the conclusion that we have come to, it's gonna be big time, you know. My dogs are having interesting day. Okay, let's see the moons, guys. Let's see the moons. And you know, the moons have been playing out exactly on the dollar so far. So, you know, it's so perfect. It's insane. It's insane how nice this is. Look at this top. Look at this top, guys. Look at this bottom, guys. Like, how can you not believe in the moons? I mean, I just want to play like Dodge Daddy. When I see this, I just want to play Dodge Daddy. I just want to play Dodge Daddy, you know? That's how it is. Stay chill, level-headed. Can you review MACD custom? Yeah, I saw that you wrote that before. Okay, let's see what's this. MACD custom indicator, multiple time frames. Oh, 55,000 people are using this crap. What is this? Amar, what is this? Why are people using this? Let's see this custom. Let's see the. Let's keep up the custom indicator. So it's showing something. Custom indicator. Why do people use this? It's the same as up this one up here. Like literally the same. Like what's the difference? It does exactly the same thing. You just have a little bit different lines, so it's easy to see. Okay, so he changed the lines. You see here the red lines. So when the blue is below the red, you know, see the red. You know, it's easier to see. You know, so red, you know, below it. You know, it's easier to see, and you know, green is green. Green is above it. You know, uptrend, downtrend. Very easy to see. These all you can already see these. You know, he just changed the color. So you know, and then you got these points. I don't know. I don't know. Is there something different between the normal MACD and this MACD? Different color, yeah, different color. Like, I don't know, man. I know a lot of people are using this, but I don't think there's any reason to use it. Like, you can see exactly everything you can see on the MACD. Let's see up here. Yeah, color. Show MACD line. Also turn off dots below. Oh, it shows you dots. If you remove the dots, you got nothing. Show histogram, same. Change MACD line color to MACD 4 color. It's a color indicator, guys. Okay, here's my review of this indicator. This is a MACD custom indicator, multiple time frame indicator phase. My review is it changes colors. So if the colors are your thing, use it. If the colors are not your thing, just use normal MACD. Mercury retrograde 27 could bring us big news as in the communications. Maybe. You know, do you know what I'm thinking right now, Sheen? Do you know what I'm thinking right now? Are the news correlated with big planetary events? Like, I'm thinking like maybe, you know, these big billionaires, you know, because I remember when we are opening our business, you know, in 2010, you know, and we want to open a date. We are looking at a specific date, some kind of event to open the business on. So maybe, you know, these big events, these big news come on the specific events. So the news comes on specific like astronomical events, and that's why they're correlating well with, you know, planets and moons and stuff, because the news are getting released on these events. Maybe because I remember when we were opening our business, you know, we wanted a specific date for the opening, you know, and you know, we are looking at certain, you know, specific dates. After seeing market for long, it's never about news. They just connect a lot of news. Maybe. I think this full moon has a problem. The Equinox stopped it working on 22nd. On the 26th it reaches its zenith and starts to return, which can work against it, but we'll see how far we get. We'll see how far we get. Let me see up here. If you agree that DXY is inversely correlated to the Bitcoin, DXY broke down out of monthly head and shoulders and is looking to backtest 97. That in my would be the optimal entry. 97. Let's check that. Let's check that. By the way, we are not using the fancy colors. 97. Let's see on the weekly. We are always looking on the weekly, and we are actually looking for 97 up here. This is in a. Is the moon phase actually correlated with this? Not doesn't matter. If you agree that DXY is inversely correlated with Bitcoin, I don't agree with that, but people are saying that, so let's just run with it. The DXY broke down out of monthly head and shoulders. You are looking at the monthly. I mean, sure, I'm looking at the weekly. It broke down on the. Where do you see monthly head and shoulders? That's what I want to know. I see weekly head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, but I don't see monthly. Yeah, at 97, I don't know, because if it always if it goes up to 97, it's like it's gonna pump like crazy up here. By the way, guys, do you see what I see, guys? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? I'm gonna show you what I see. I don't know if you see it, but I see it. Do you see what I see, guys? Do you see what I see? I see something. It's not a C, but I see something. And I think it might be very interesting. So we're gonna see it on the double chart. We're gonna split the screen, and I wanna see if you see this. I wanna see if you see this. Okay, I wanna see if you see this. I wanna see if you see this. Which chart are we gonna use? This is BXY daily. Do you see this? See this move? Bam, right down. Bam, right down. It came right down, it went a little bit up, went a little bit up, then went down, and big up, down, and big up, down, and big up, down, and big up. So he's gonna create like inverse head and shoulders here, and then we go up. Huh? 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 That nice? Yeah. Maybe. Not are the fractals, not are these patterns, going, across the different time frames. They are going across the different charts. So maybe what we are doing right here, guys, is creating a head and shoulders pattern. So right now, maybe it's not up here actually. It's not from the top. It's actually from down here somewhere. It's a little bit different, but give or take. Fractalization of everything. Stop being so bullish, man. Yeah, but the important thing to notice is this pattern up here. When the price has a big impulsive move and then start doing this up here, this is exhaustion. When it starts doing this up here, it usually breaks down. It might have this, but it usually breaks down. Just keep remembering this. This pattern, this very pattern, always breaks on the downside. I don't know why. It's called exhaustion, whatever. It always breaks down. More down market. Monday at 12 will crash at 37.8. That's exact date, man. That's exact date. If you get that correct, man, props. I saw the SPX is printing a head and shoulders thoughts. By the way, let's check out the stocks indexes, and because stocks index are important, especially the Dow Jones index. Is it reversing what is doing? It looks like it's pumping back up again. It looked like pumping. It looked like it was a fake cross down. So you can see here we dumped a lot. Today is Friday. I don't know if today's Friday. No, today's Friday. So this is gonna be really interesting to see. You remember what I said? Remember what I said? there is probability to save this. There is probability to save this. What you have to do, this is dodgy, and we have to bounce back a bit. But it has like 1 day left. 1 day left to pump all the way up here. It has to pump. Today it has to pump 0.9. It said it has to pump only 1% towards the upside today. And it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And you know, the bull market might still, you know, continue in the stock markets for a little while, but it has to pump above the 10 moving average. I think if we fail to pump, so in the stock market, there are 2 levels I'm looking right now, and they're gonna close today. These are the 2 levels we are looking for right now: the 10 moving average and 20 moving average. And if you look at the price right now, we dumped a lot down and then pulled back all the way back to the 20 moving average. Now it's not just getting a little bit above the 20 moving average, you know, we gotta get above the 10 moving average. If you can pull today above the 10 moving average up here, that's gonna be bullish. But if you close below it, I'm thinking it's gonna, you know, on Monday, next Monday again, you know, drop down again. Unfortunately, I think that. Let's see how the daily was looking. The daily had a very nice pump above the 10 moving average, got up to the 20 up here on the daily, and right now we're gonna see if this gets rejected down here today or not. So I think today might be a very interesting, important day for the stock market to see how this actually plays out. Let's see S&P index right now. Broke down, cannot get back above the 10 moving average. We'll see if it can actually do that. But every single time, beside that down here it managed to actually stay below it, but it crawled back above it. And it was, you know, it was climbing the 10 moving average for a long time. But you know, staying above it down here is not actually the optimal thing to do. Anyways, I think we have to wait until you know. I think we have to wait until Monday to see how the stock market is actually playing out. This move to the upside looks weak, guys. It looks weak. Although we had a nice move to upside, we are hitting the resistance and the volume is crashing towards downside. So it does look weak. So I don't know how we're gonna break this to the upside. I don't know how we're gonna break this to upside. It does look weak to me. I don't like that the volume is falling down. The volume is falling down here. I don't like that. You know, we have the full moon, but you know, the volume is falling down. The volume is falling down. Let's see on the 4-hourly here. Yeah, volume is still falling down, guys. This doesn't look strong. This move up here does not look strong, guys. Just keep that in mind. It doesn't look strong. Okay, super secret whale. Insider whale here. This is not a bull trap. We are making a new all-time high this year before another 2-year bear market. Now, I would like that you are correct. I would like that you are correct, man. I wouldn't want nothing more than that. But this move right now, I don't know, you know, if you are gonna get to 100,000 within this year, but within this move right over here, it does look weak. There is no divergence. It's not actually that weak, but you know, it does look a little bit weak as we are coming into these moving averages up here. So this moving right now, we broke on these moving averages to the downside. You can see here, climbing the moving exhaustion, break down. So we're gonna see if we're gonna break down more, find some kind of levels up here, and then maybe climb up high here. Maybe if we can manage to, you know, because right now these moving averages are gonna go like this. If we can climb above the moving averages, that's also gonna be nice. But it looks weak. It looks definitely weak. This move looks weak to me. I'm not the most bullish right now. The move looks weak. Maybe it's a trap. Everyone wants it to dump, and when it dumps, they don't dare to buy. And then it goes up and the cycle repeats over. Yeah, that's exactly it. Everybody noticed that, you know. Everybody wants to dump, but when it dumps, like, nobody buys. Everybody's like, no, it's going to zero. Dobar dan, Lucas, dobar dan. CME futures monthly expiry today, any significance? I don't know. Let's check how the CME charts is looking at. You know, CME charts, you know, a little bit different than our charts. Right now, it's been, you know, pumping a lot better than Bitcoin. Small here. This is the 50 moving average. Let's see on the daily chart how this actually looks. On the daily chart, you can see the difference between this chart and the BTC chart. Over here, we are below the 250 moving average. We went below and we climbed above that. but these two moving averages up here, 10 and 20 moving, the 10 and 20 moving average were important, and as soon as we broke those, you know, you cannot get back. We tried to get back above it, crashed. Right now we're climbing, we're trying for the second time. So I think if we fail right now for the second time to crash, I think it's gonna be a lot bigger crash than this down here. So because, you know, you go below certain levels of support, and then you try to get back above those certain, and then you crash because you failed that, and then you try for the second time to do the same thing, and if you fail that, we're gonna go below these levels at 38,000. So it's really important here to actually climb back, I think it's important to climb back. You know, you don't want to do this forever. But the other option is like you cannot go, and then you go down, but it says also you cannot go down as well. So you start getting this kind of triangle up here, then you break, and then you continue towards the upside. Assumptions bad for tank analysis. We don't assume anything, but we know that, you know, we gotta go up. Max pain is 44. What's the difference between CME and the normal BTC chart? Well, normal BTC chart goes from Monday to Sunday. It's open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Now CME charts is open 11 hours a day, 5 days a week. So from Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. And then there is 1 hour where they have you know, break or something like that, I think. So what does that mean? That means that the chart looks different than a regular chart. Now the CME charts, you know, where the big money, you know, the Wall Street players are, you know, manipulating the market, and people have been saying, you know, that reason we had the 2017 crash is because on the exact date of the crash is when the CME futures open. So as soon as CME futures open, this happened, you know. That said, whether CME is actually manipulating market or whether the CME chart is more important than not, we're gonna see that. Today CME futures might fall below 10 moving average if it drops any further down here. It also might actually climb a little bit, which actually, you know, gets still support on the weekly time frame. Now, I don't think this is time to go long, guys. I don't think this is time to. I think this is time to just wait. It's really hard to figure out what's gonna happen. Do you believe all gaps get filled? No, no. See this gap down here, man. This messed me up big time, guys. This messed me up big time. See this gap? Never got filled, man. It never got filled. This gap never got filled. You see here? And we went down here into the gap and never got filled. And I was saying so much, you know, we gotta fill the gap. This is gonna go down, fill the gap. It doesn't. This is gonna go down and fill the gap. No, it doesn't. This is gonna go down and fill the gap. No, and then it goes up. And I'm like, maybe it's gonna go down and fill the gap. And no, it doesn't. It just continues going up. Like, it doesn't have to fill the gaps, guys. It does not have to. The gaps are the meme. The gaps are the meme. It does not have to fill the gaps, and once you understand that, you know, you stop looking at the gaps. Gaps are like, they stopped working in 2020. DXY is ready for full moon dump. AVAX, Avalanche, please. AVAX is looking fine, minus 3% right now. The gap still, yeah, that thing messed me up, man. That thing messed me up. Now, fortunately, you know, I bought, prior to that, so it wasn't that big a deal. But, you know, this messed me up big time because I was firm believer in the gaps, and I was like, we gotta close the gap. We gotta close the gap. We cannot go up without closing the gap. Yeah, you know, and the gap just never got closed. The gap just never got closed. Evergrande the bailout, but CCP and the Bitcoin tweet from Tesla are up on agenda. Do with this info as you will. Evergrande bailout is not gonna get, you know, there are people that are saying, you know, Evergrande is gonna get bailed out, and there are people that are saying no, and I'm more with the people that are saying no, because Evergrande is a private company, it's not state owned, and you know, I don't know, I don't think they're gonna get bailed out. I think they're just gonna let them dump. Bitcoin tweet from Tesla. Now that might happen. You know, I'm not gonna say anything about Bitcoin tweets from Tesla. BTC pumping. I don't know. Maybe it's pumping on 5-minute chart. Let's see 5-minute chart. Yeah, it's pumping on 5-minute chart. Let's see a 4-hourly chart. Yeah, it's nice. But we said like, yeah, it is up here to where is 45 daily. Yeah, it is going to where we, you know, we think we might go between the 45 and 46, 47, right? This is the big resistance area, you know, up from here, it might go up, like, that's fine. We know that. So this area up here, you know, breaking this area, that's what we are wondering if it can do. Like, can it pump to 40, 45 cents? Definitely. Can it pump all the way up to 46.9 or 47? Definitely. It can do like this. But that's not the trick. The trick is getting above it and staying above it. That's the trick. Evergrande stock is Evergrande stock. Yeah, is it dumping down again? Man. Yesterday I think it was 17%. Today it's turning. It pumped a little bit. It actually pumped. It actually pumped on the yesterday. 13% up. Right now it's losing everything, back down 11%. But you know, these are dead cat bounces, you know. You do not want to see a chart that looks like this, guys. You do not want to see the chart that look like this, okay? You do not want to see the chart that looks like this, okay? This is terrible, this is terrible. Now the only thing that can help this, of course, is bailout. And then it goes like this, right? So people are, I think that's why, you know, these buys in are coming in, because people are hoping, you know, bailout. What if bailout, but if bailout never happens, he's going down to 0, it ends, you know, and game over. Check out Matthew Sean and his predictions on crypto planets. Matthew Sean, who's that guy? Who's the Matthew Sean guy? Matthew Swan. It's not Sean, Swan. Matthew Swan. Is this the guy? Austin Cooper and Chris Brennan, no? I don't see any. I don't see any Sean there, or Swan. I don't see any Swans. Now we have to look at Evergrande, the S&P 500, Dow, Asian markets, and then BTC. We just did that. Just bought sand and energy. Good bet. I don't know, maybe. Evergrande chart reflects our portfolio of the last 2 weeks. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. BTC regaining its dominance. Check BTC dominance. Okay, let's check BTC dominance, guys. What is up with dominance? Yeah, it is climbing a little bit, so we're gonna see how this actually works out. If you remember, we are looking at the dominance up here. It was going into some kind of triangle right up here. And then it was dropping down while Bitcoin was pumping. That means the altcoins were gaining more. But right now, it looks like it's, you know, slowly climbing, but it's too early to call it. It's too early to call it, but it is definitely going towards the upside again. Now, when Bitcoin is going towards the upside, and altcoin is going towards the downside, do you know what that means? No, sorry. When Bitcoin dominance is going to the upside, while Bitcoin is going down, so Bitcoin is going down, dominance is going up. So dominance is going up, Bitcoin is going down. That means that altcoins are in a bloodbath. Okay, so this Bitcoin is going down while dominance is going down. That means that altcoins are going like this. You know, if Bitcoin goes like this, that means that altcoins are going like this. This seems like a well pump since alts aren't running. Well pump since alts aren't running. Maybe people are just, you know, pushing, you know, their altcoins into Bitcoin because, you know, they got the good gains on altcoins run. So while Bitcoin was pushing up here, right? While Bitcoin was pushing up here, you know, altcoins were doing more insane runs than Bitcoin. And right now that it's going down, they are transferring, you know, their altcoins into Bitcoin. Although it is going down, they're transferring altcoins into Bitcoin for the next move towards the upside, because they always want to be, they always, you know, up here everybody's in Bitcoin. Then as soon as it reaches the first stage and starts, you know, slowly you get this exhaustion phase, everybody transfers into altcoins because altcoins starts running like crazy. And then at the top here, they transfer from altcoins back into Bitcoin, right? I think something like this, at least, you know, the way I see it. Coinskins. Coinskid man, welcome to the chat. By the way, Coinskid, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? Because I got nothing right now. I got nothing. I got literally nothing. I'm thinking resistance up here might actually hold us back and push us down. But if we manage to break that, that might be good all the way up, you know. So I'm thinking this is like a big no-no area. Don't underestimate power, Equinox. We are reversing the trend. I'll eat my socks if we don't. I gotta check that out, man. Coinskit is looking as 37.5 if I'm not mistaken. And you know, 37.5 is all the 37.5 all went down here. But you know, maybe this one here on the daily. That's 38. He's looking at 37.5. At least what people told me. At least what people told me. I'm just chilling, bro. Yeah. Anyways, guys, what's time? Time is a lot. 8 minutes to the 4-hourly close. Let's see if that's gonna be very exciting 4-hourly close. No, it's not. It just bought so and so, so and so. Okay, guys, we're gonna end it there. Right now, Bitcoin is 0.03%. I think there is a, you know, resistance right above us on the daily time frame. So there is a big, huge resistance right here. So whether we manage to break that or not, that kind of depends. I think the probability is to get rejected by this. I think the probability is big to get rejected by this. Volume is also going down up here. So volume going down, hitting the resistance towards the upside, volume going down, getting to this. I think it's more probable to get rejected than actually to get above. But we can go all the way up to some kind of 30 or 47 level and then get rejected on the downside. But on the contrary, if we do actually manage to break this and get above here, that might be actually quite nice move to some kind of I don't know, maybe 110,000. You know, it might happen. You know, it's all about the volume. Yeah, the volume is kind of kicky on the downside right now. It's going a little bit up on the weekly here, and on the daily it's kind of, you know, this pump is actually, you know, losing the faith right now. So, you know, we are looking to the downside right now, but we'll see how it actually, you know, managed to work these moving averages up here and the resistance right above us. That's it, guys. Thanks for stopping by. CK, thanks for stopping by. Everybody on the green name, She Nolan, you know, Martin, DJ Batch, and everybody else. Thanks for stopping by. Come back tomorrow, 9 AM Central European time on the dollar. We're gonna do this show because we gotta know what's happening, you know. We gotta know if you're gonna cry or we're gonna be singing and dancing, you know. We gotta know that. That said, thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And, you know, see ya tomorrow. That's it, guys. That's it. That's the show. Okay, where's the stop button? Bye-bye.